You are watching programs from the stable of Smart Card Entertainment Productions.
There he is.
Where?
Sorry.
They will come in. PDP,
Power to the people.
PDP,
Power to the people.
I'm Dr. Oba Light Ochiaboto, PDP Security Intelligence. With me is my associate, Ike Emmanuel. We're here today to make sure that the life and property of everybody here is secured. An hour ago, I went around to make sure that everybody here are the ones that are supposed to be here. Once again, I have to remind all of us that by the law of the United States of America, no one here is allowed to have any kind of arms. If you do, please let me know before the time, because we will be checking. We want to make sure that we came here and live happily. On behalf of PDP, United States of America, and my colleagues, I do certify that the hall and everybody is safe. I therefore hand over this forum to the chair lady, or is that the chairman? Oh, I'm sorry. To the organizing secretary to take over from now. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Shall we all rise for Our Heavenly Father, we thank you. We give you praise for this wonderful day. We thank you for our great party. We thank you for our nation, Nigeria, the giant of Africa. Lord, we pray that you liberate this country. Amen. Father, we pray that you revive the politics in this country and the governance. Lord, we pray for divine intervention. We lift up this convention to you. Lord, we pray for wisdom. Lord, we pray for direction. We give you all the glory, Lord. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. You may be seated. At this time, I will invite the PDP Houston Branch Chairman, Honorable Victoria Amungo, to come and give us the welcome address.
Good afternoon, everyone. PDP!
Power to the people.
PDP!
Power to the people.
PDP!
Power to the people.
Your Excellency, we are humbled to have everyone here. Thank you for honoring our invitation. And we thank everyone that made our time out of their busy schedule to come. We are here for a reason, and we are here for serious business. Because we have the answer, and the answer is PDP. There's no gray area, there's no middle ground. It's very clear and it's very obvious that we have a mandate, and that mandate is one, and that mandate is to take over COP 2019. And we're here to let everyone know that PDP is not extinct, that we are not in power today doesn't mean that we are gone. We are not. We have a plan, and we're here to strategize, to plan, that we will implement that plan come 2019. So that by this time next year, we'll be talking about staying there for a long time. So I welcome everyone, all the chairmen from all the chapters. I have, it's time from Kansas, from Kansas. I can't even start mentioning names. That everyone is here. Chairman, everyone is here. We'll be talking on the phone most of the time, but we're meeting one-on-one. And I want you to know that you've not made a mistake making out your time to come here. For people that are still here, you're still not really sure, I can assure you one thing. By the time you leave this building, you'll be the one talking about PDP, getting everyone to join the show. And the same Lord that granted everyone joining Mercy, especially people flying all the way from Nigeria to come here, He will also take each and every one of you back home safely. And everyone that came from out of state, outskirts of Houston, everywhere, He will also visit each and every one of us. But let me assure you that this date, April the 28th, is a day that we will not forget.
Amen.
Because we're going to decide how we're going to move forward. And diaspora is going to be actively involved. Because we have the key for 2019. And I want to assure you, as you all are here, please, we have our family members, immediate extended, circle of influence. Let's tell them to go get the PVC. If you've not done that, do it. Because we will take power next year. Thank you.
That's very good. Thank you so much, Honorable Victoria Amungo. At this time, I'm going to invite our energetic, the only one chapter chairman, Dr. Harold Maloku, to come and
the distinguished senator, the national secretary of our great party, and all the members on the high table that came with him. That will be done by my superior. My honorable deputy chairman of PDP chapter, USA chapter, Dr. Isaac, all the branch chairmen of our great party, and all the executive members of our great party here in the US. Before I start anything, I'm very emotional, I'm very grateful for the 3 years and 4 months you have given me very PDP, for the support, for standing with the constitution of the party. This is the only organization I belong to, and this is the only organization I will belong as far as I'm in this country. Because our party constitution, when it was written I can say made by God. Because it's a pure document that cannot change. No mistake if you dare follow that. So when I joined the party, I read that constitution. It looked exactly like what we are seeing in America. You walk into a place, you queue in a line. You see somebody you don't know, you say hi. You see somebody's wallet, you call police and give it to the police. Then how can we live in this country and behave differently? How can we go to Nigeria and run for and not face? The people in Nigeria would like to vote for you, but how can you be worse than the person back there? I want to thank all of you. Let's PDP. Let's stand with the truth. It's only truth. What you will be is already destined by God. Nobody can change it. I was told that in 1983, by 1982, when Mohammed Goni of Borno State, when he came to inaugurate our school that time, he says, what you will be is already written. Just go to school. Don't worry what somebody says. So my brothers and sisters, this chapter is built on principle of our constitution. Our first natural chapter chairman. Please, stay on, take a please stand up, please. He brought this party in 2000 with Gamade. I served him. Then I was the deputy secretary of the Great Office of Party. I served him. They have conflict. I have to fly to Houston, go to Louisiana, and make peace between them. I was deputy secretary. But what I told him, I said, how can you be an elderly statesman and don't follow the simple constitution that is not, to 200 pages? We solved that problem. Opalobi could have been with us today, but it's in the hospital. PDP. Then we moved to the next chapter chairman. That was Tesford Gogo. When we started, he was a lawyer. He came. He threw away the constitution. So, if you side with me as a deputy chairman, I will run. If you not side with me, I don't have to run. I'm too busy. Isaac said, Chairman, I will run with you. Then I told him, okay, let me consult my branch chairman. So when I consulted my branch chairman, my branch chairman said, why don't you make a comment? I will invite you to the executive meeting, you make a comment. This is not what he told me. Any branch that does not want us to follow the constitution should not vote for me. So that was my motion, and all the branches accepted. We went there, we scored 100%. No vote lost. So I became a chairman of 100%. So I have nothing to fear. I don't want it. We just have to follow the constitution. So within 3 months, we developed a website. You go to our website, we stop updating it after we lost the election for a reason. But our constitution is there. So anybody who joins PDP USA, that's the first thing our legal advisor is here. Go and download it. Study it before you join. So when people comes after 3 months, 6 months, I say, oh, they don't know the constitution. I says, then blame your branch chairman, because we have the information there. Nigeria is the simplest. I've traveled the whole world, mostly. Nigeria is the only country in the world that is very simple to rule. The simplest country in the world to rule. Because our people love instruction, but you have to be principled. What you tell Audu is what you're going to tell John. What you tell James is what you gotta tell Hajar, because all of them talks. When a Nigerian understand their principle, they will not touch you. They will protect you. That's my experience. That's why I only belong to PDP. All my other ones are not a member. Not that I do not contribute. I don't want to have different opinions. So PDP USA, numerously we have done well. We have our differences. Why we are surviving today is because we are principled. We don't have interference from anybody. Some governors we talk. Some governors are PDP governors. Their wives, their brothers, their sisters live in US, but they're not a member of PDP. I asked one of the governors, I says, when you were commissioner, I used to come to the governor's house, used to serve us a drink. He says, yes. I says, so why should your wife or your brother live here in US and you're a PDP governor and he or she is not a member of that party? Are you really a PDP? I would thought. At the end of the day, the wife joined the party in Louisiana. So we need to talk. Don't fear no human being, because there's no human being that can stop your destination. That's nobody. I'm a living witness. But don't talk and lie, because the lies will come and hurt you. But if you are principled and truthful, stand on the truth. Our party in Nigeria is behind us 100%. For us to have the secretary, the organizing secretary, the woman leader. Please let me stop in these three areas, please. PDP Nigeria is here in US. Then our noble national vice chairman, South, who we had teleconference. Do you all remember? You all remember? People were asking him questions to kill him. And he did what? He gave us further advice to be here. The national treasure. So, can we double our effort to open the doors and the branches for members, irrespective of where they come from? I went to Virginia. Virginia members are 22 in number. 18 of them are black Americans. Then when I came in, I came with the constitution that the foreign government sent to us. When people wanted, I said, you have to give me $1. So the chairman asked me, I said, give me $1. She said she didn't have Africa. I said, well, I can't give it to you until you get $1. Then I went and shared it free to those African American people. And he came and said, why did you give it to them? I said, because these people are more important than me and you. They are living in a political party because of this constitution. Why do we need them? The chairman of Colorado is here in the house. When we went to Colorado, why did they brought the senator that represents the state of Colorado? That was our game plans to win election. The House of Representatives in Congress. Why? Remember, we are all from different states. Each state have how many? 2 senators. Who controls American government? Is it the president or the Senate? Nigeria have no choice. If they want to win election, they must involve us 110% and go home and sit down. Yes. We have made that mistake, but our happiness of saying this today, we have a leader with a nice executive that are willing to make it happen.
Good. Good talk.
We will open the door. We're going to do more sacrifice. 2019 is tomorrow. So my brothers and sisters, I will take extra job in McDonald's to make extra income. Please do that. Just for this coming year. It's very painful. Look at it. There's nobody here who is taking to 1,000 something to be here. But please, let's do it for the sake of our children. We have children here who know Nigeria better. My son went to Kano without telling me. When he got to Kano, he called me, Dad, you know where I am? I said, no. He said, I'm in Kano. I said, what are you doing in Kano? He said, Dad, you are Igbo man, you're a businessman. I came to do business. He knows more. He didn't tell me, but he told the mom. The mom kept a secret. So the children we're having here are in government. You don't need a lobby group. We are the lobby group.
Right.
One of the presidential candidates called somebody, they directed it to me, and when we talk, I said, so first of all, and the chapter chairman, we don't discuss about private individual, but whenever you know, things happen in Nigeria, and the party through the foreign connector and the secretary notify us, this is the candidate of the party, we start talking about that person. That is what we stand here, the executives. We are not supporting individual, but who the party, through the normal process, is who we're going to throw our weight to. It doesn't matter if it's my mother or my father. And I told that candidate though, because PDP is in blood, we are family. I said, sir, you don't really need a lobby group in US. What you need to do, go back home, go to your ward as the chairman have been saying, do the necessary. Once you win the delegates, we'll invite, the party through the foreign coordinator and the secretary. We'll write them to see if we can invite you. Once we invite you, leave the rest for us. We'll do that, because by then the party is behind us. We need them. PDP in Nigeria is structured. Don't listen to what people tell you about. And go and receive the phone call. So there are a lot of, I don't want to use this language because we're all family, people who are non-PDP, who will be calling you when you live here. Some of them will say they are woman leader's brother. Some of them will say they are organized secretary's sister. Some of them will say that they are your friend. If they are not a member of our branch, of our chapter or through a branch, we do not recognize them. The why we are doing that, because our party is properly registered in US. And if it come and go money in this country, if I take my money from PDP to my personal account, it's 14 years imprisonment. I've lived in this country since 1991. My oldest daughter is 29 years old. I have 5 of them. I cannot risk that for anything. So that's why we are very careful. People will come. We have that issues, and I'll give you one issue that's very. Then the foreign computer says, but they are doing it. Then they confronted the lady. She did whatever she wanted to do. When we have the information, we set up a committee, made it known, and expelled her from the party. The issue is our people here in diaspora think Nigerian politicians grow money in their bedroom. They believe that you guys send money to them. That's why I keep on telling them, Nigeria sends no money in my administration. If they send, we are not going to receive it. But if they send money for a purpose and says, we want you to use this money to buy this document, we'll buy this document and send it back with receipt. We took that stand because anything that comes to this country, we have to report to IRS. So why do we have to create a problem where there's no problem? So your presence here matters more than money to us. We are little, as you see here today, but we are not little. So at this present time, my Honorable Security Chief have given me an instruction, which I will obey. So I will have to introduce my cabinets. The Deputy Chairman, Isaac, please can you stand up, please, my brother? The Secretariat, the Secretary of our great party, Mahim, at the hands from Ghana, can't be here because he's on training. He got a very job in the present administration, and so he's on 2 weeks training. He's in Washington, D.C. now. and I spoke to him this morning, so he won't be able to be the service, but the Deputy Secretary, Edward, please stand up, please. The person that we are very proud, causing trouble because you know that she can take care of us when it comes to court case. The Honorable Legal Advisor, Dennis, please, here with us. the lady that we always believe that when we have crisis or financial issue and we behave very well, she can raise any amount we want, and it's true. If we follow the rule, please, if you advise the please. Is the treasurer here? Okay. Where is the organizing secretary? Oh, sorry, sir. Dr. Isaac. Please, the chairman, I will do that immediately for a reason. There are people that has been in the party that has, paid the price of what we're enjoying today. And I want to use this occasion, please, learn from their wisdom. I don't know much. Those are people that give me strength. That's why sometimes when I say to people, say, why, chairman, who told you? So I will start from, my chairman is not here because of death in the family, but the chairman of Kansas, Tao Oluwa, please. Please stand up. She's a lady, she's a great Nigerian, she has paid price, she sacrificed her life for Nigeria. So when people talk about Nigeria, I ask them, what have you done for Nigeria? She ran for Nigeria, please. She did everything in Nigeria. She made Nigeria, till today, her image, University of Alabama. Go there, everybody knows her. So when I know such a person, there's nothing else I need. The chairman of Georgia, Rosemary, please, can you stand up, please? Madam, thank you very much. Is the chairman of Maryland on the line? I went about 3 weeks ago to inaugurate her branch. The distinguished senator, when I was there, we had a hall, and I told her, but the people are too small. Why should we pay for that hall? Why don't we use my suite? So we rented a bigger suite. People came, Nigerian, they come little by little. And the organizing secretary says, Chairman, this is a wrong thing. They're seeing you in bed. I say, we have to save money. We have to save money. So, but when we started that little thing, Chairman, Secretary, by the time we left around 11, 12, Nigeria, everyone was full and people were outside. And the hotel have to tell us that, who are those for staying outside? Thank you very much for the party. The chairman of Colorado Denver, Lawrence Onwa. He hosted us during the re-election campaign in 2015, and delegation came from home. They did a lot for this party. And after the party, I've been to Colorado more than 3 or 4 times since then. I appreciate you. I think this morning just came. I appreciate you, and on behalf of the party, thank you. We have a very wonderful branch. I said, why do I say very wonderful branch? Because it's a husband and wife branch. And they told me one thing, he says, Chairman, I want to recruit all Nigerian women in Minnesota. I want my husband to be fighting with the men. Saidu, please Please can you stand up and be society president? Thank you. Thank you. We have a branch called Cypress, Texas branch. About 2 years ago, we had a meeting. One of the members said, Chairman, why are we having only one branch in states? Why one of the states is better than Nigeria? We can't travel 3 hours to a meeting. I kept quiet because when I was Assistant Secretary, I moved that motion, but I was defeated. So I kept quiet. So I said, well, move the motion, and if the people support it, I will support it. So they moved the motion that any states we have a distance of 1 hour to travel, we will give a branch to Sirius Nigeria in that neighborhood. So California, we have about 6, and we can extend it as long. So here in Houston, we have Cypress, Texas, Chairman, Mr. Odom. I can't see, my eyesight. No, don't worry about that. We have a chairman that lives very close to me because my chairman is not here. I have to be, I have to place something pressure here. My noble chairman from Indiana is close to Chicago. Dr. Sam Ogwen is here. Thank you, Sam, for everything you do. And North Carolina Charlotte is in the house. Thank you very much. He's a very youthful youth. When he requested on the website that, they are ready to form their branch, when I asked him what is your name, he talked about PDP for 10, 15 minutes. I said, I'm in love. That's what I told him. I forgot he's a man. Then he says, this. And I asked him, I says, can you register your party as per the website? He said, Chairman, I will do it tomorrow. To tell you the truth, he kept his word. Within 72 hours, I received those documents. Thank you. And the funny thing, as of today, he has about 8 members. That's less than 3 weeks ago. Yes. There are Nigerians that want to join PDP, but in the past have been discouraged. Chairman, I'm still coming, but open your heart. We have people in each branch. We have people in each branch. There's no amount of money you need. Those people in your branch cannot provide to you. But I don't mention them to you for a reason. But when you are talking in the branch about raising money, keep quiet when you finish talking. If they don't say anything, say it again. Because the person that have a deep heart to give, always watch, is this cause the right cause to give? PDP is Nigeria surname for every Nigerian. I don't care whether you're in APC or NAPCA. I have I call her dangerous lady. And it happened that the branch is so active that they made her that name when they are, mobilization, that our director of mobilization and contact is somebody that's so passionate about PDP, more than me. She's so passionate. Chairman, we need to get this. We need to do this. And she makes the calls. And the answer come. We enter in the house. Thank you. She may look youth, but the head is spread on my head. Thank you very much. She has done a lot for this party. And we have a chairman. Before they called them chairmen of chairmen. But I call this person a chairman of truth. This chairman, I fight with her. We hang up phone, I will call and say, I'm sorry. Or she will say, I'm sorry, for the name of the party. California chairman. Yes, that's why when we form committees, and I tell people, when we form committee, just watch. Because if we had, like now we did this in Houston, tomorrow when we are forming committee for another convention, is people, we're gonna take 2% from people here, 2% from the previous committee, and maybe 10-20% for the new people, so we can be educating people. That's how we work. It's not that we favor anybody. We're doing that so the chairman don't have to be receiving call. That's why in this committee I refuse to receive call. People come and say, call my deputy chairman who is the chairman of the convention. Because he was there, the one we completed. He knew the mistake we made. So my brothers and sisters, everything we do is in the Constitution. Anything that's not in Constitution, you don't understand it, call our legal advisor. Because when you call me, I'll be telling you what I did yesterday, how we treated the other person, the resolution we took. And I won't be telling you, oh, let's do it Nigerian way, or let's do it the other way around. I'll be telling you this what we did may not sound good to you. But if you call the legal advisor, make it easy. Let it not just be chairman. It will be easier for us. PDP, PDP, power to our women, power to the youth leader that will make it happen in the youth community, and the woman leader that looks too young. So it's a good combination because she can act as a youth leader too. So it's yes. So on behalf of PDP USA, we welcome you, and my brothers and sisters, please, let's open our hearts so big to admit any Nigeria into the party. Like we told the branches, federal character is in our constitution. Try as much as you can to do it. In a state you don't have it, let us know, then select those who, allow those who can do it to do it. But remember in mind, when somebody coming from the area, you can always make a position so we can be inclusive. That's what PDP do. That's why everywhere in Nigeria today is PDP. Thank you, and may God bless you, and God gonna make us to be friends.
Thank you. PDP! Power to the people. Thank you, my chairman. You have echoed the voice of the diaspora. We will continue to remain resolute and strong in this part of the world. I've been telling people that most of these senators and people in the House of Rep are neighbors, and we know how to influence them. And by the grace of God, God has blessed us with the resources to support the work at home. So if anybody comes from the diaspora looking for contracts, send him back. He's lazy. We have the resources to support the work at home by the grace of God. So at this point in time, I'm going to invite the coordinator for the foreign chapters, Dr. Agape Kramer, to come. The energetic lady, our mother, the mother of the diaspora, Mommy, please come and introduce her. We need to hear from you.
Thank you very, very much. Your Excellency, the National Secretary of the Great Party, you still remain the Great Party in Nigeria, because we are the only party that is structured and is functional, and with all the tempest and everything, we are waxing stronger by the grace of God. Your Excellency, you're welcome, sir. I am pleased to be here today, a little emotional like chairman, because we know what PDP USA chapter has been through before God took over. And it's really sad to feel like losing grip, but thank God He has taking absolute control. Please, I am here to introduce the National Secretary's delegation because this is the second time we're actually having this, well, I say, level of competent people from the party, coming from the highest hierarchy to PDP USA and even to the foreign chapters in recent times. So, Your Excellency, the National Secretary of our great party, Senator Ibrahim Umaru Sauri, is the National Secretary.
The symbol is right hand clenched, no left hand. PDP!
And it's my pleasure to introduce next to him the National Organizing Secretary, Colonel Akubundo Augustine, retired but still working very hard. And you know, normally our mothers, we have to take care of them. So it's my pleasure to introduce to you our national woman leader, Haja Bala Maria Ndiri.
Power to the women!
And it's my pleasure again to introduce to you the Zonal Vice Chairman sitting next to the Organizing Secretary, Uncle Emma Ogidi. His uncle, his Zonal Vice Chairman, is everything.
PDP! Power! PDP! Power! All the people! PDP!
And it's my pleasure too to introduce to you the National Treasurer. National Treasurer is among the young, like our youth leaders, who are taking power in the system. Yes. And his name is Aribisala Adewale.
PDP! Power! PDP! Power! Power to the youth! PDP!
And it's my pleasure to introduce to you the Baba himself of the youth, Honorable Ude Okoye son, the National Youth Leader, People's Grand.
PDP! Power! PDP! Power! Power to the people! PDP! Power to the youth! When we say PDP, you say change the change. PDP! Change the change!
Change the change! And it's my pleasure again to introduce to you the political advisor to the national chairman. His name is Senator Amori, and really he's been very active.
PDP!
Power to the people!
PDP!
Power to the
Power to
people!
the people!
PDP! And then I am pleased again to introduce to you the zonal woman leader. South zonal woman leader, Mrs. Mercy Toro. Tessie Toro. My pleasure.
PDP! Empower the women and let us grow!
Now I am pleased, very pleased to introduce to you this dynamic former member of House of Assembly. House of Reps? I thought House of Reps.
No.
House of Reps, please, or I withdraw it. House of Reps, House of Reps, House of Reps. All member of House of Reps, and the right-hand man of our national chairman is working very hard and encouraging the chairman. It's my pleasure to introduce to you Idris Sani Mohammed.
PDP! Power to the people! PDP! Power to the youth! PDP!
And I forgot, he's among the youth that are taking power. Forget about why he's a very young man. And there are other two people that joined us. It's my pleasure to introduce to you Honorable Oluwole Oke. He's a serving member of Federal House of Representatives of Osun State.
PDP! How are you now?
And then I'm pleased to introduce Chief Sunday Omoru from Kogi State too. Where is he? You're welcome. And then, as the mama of the village, I am pleased to introduce myself. Then, I can't forget myself. It's my pleasure to introduce to you Mrs. Agape Ifunayachukwu Kramer, coordinator of Foreign Chapter, the mother that has to manage all these children, very, very good children, to the glory of God. Amen. PDP power. PDP power. Power to the people. PDP. By 2019, by His grace, a lot of things will happen for good for Nigeria and through PDP by the grace of God. Amen. In Jesus' name, amen. My pleasure.
Thank you, Mommy. PDP! All right. Somebody just told me, hurry up, I'm hungry. Don't worry. We have meals, we have lunch, we have supper, and we have dance. At this time, we invite the National Secretary, Distinguished Honorable Senator Ibrahim Umaru Seri, to come and give us the word of wisdom.
Please be seated. PDP! I want to see the hand fixed. I just want to see that I'm in a place where PDP is on ground.
Yes, sir. Good talk.
PDP! Thank you very much. That's what I want to hear. See? I'll start with the indefatigable chairman of the USA chapter and his working committee. The National Organizing Secretary of the party and members of the National Working Committee who are here, the chairman of the PDP in Houston and the other chairman and other chairman of different chapters, the respected elders of the PDP USA, the beautiful women and youth, invited members of the PDP family, our security personnel. I will not forget my colleague, the person who were from the same constituency, once a senator for life, Senator Amori. And I also called on the nuclear man. Nuclear man from Niger State. And lastly, another list, the foreign chapter, who is directly under my office. I will have to also recognize the security personnel who are giving us protection here. The praise crew, ladies and gentlemen. I will have to start as usual, by thanking the Almighty God, in whose mercy we're here today. This program has been long overdue, but you do what you want, God does what He wants. He doesn't need anything from us and from anybody, but every one of us need everything from Him. We glorify His name, we thank Him for this event. My members of the PDP family in the USA, it gives me immense pleasure to be in your midst on this special occasion of the PDP USA Chapter Summit. I bring you warm facilitations from the national chairman. When I see him, it's like I will talk to him. Chief Prince, His Excellency, which is Kondus. The total chair. The chair that is going to take PDP to the winning point come 2019. The National Working Committee and the team members of the PDP family in Nigeria, we say we are very grateful to you.
Yeah. Thank you.
We are happy that you remain steadfast with the PDP, even the unfortunate loss of 2015 presidential election. I have to make it clear, categorical, and be confident to say the PDP did not lose the election in 2015 due to non-performance. No, it was due to some primordial and sentimental considerations. Our achievements in government have remained unequaled,
Yes, sir.
as shown by the parent of the APC government in Nigeria today. Nigerians today are full of regret, including you,
Yes.
of what happened in 2015.
Yes.
And I believe as Nigerians who are eager, you also in that process are eager to vote APC out and vote PDP in government. Ladies and gentlemen, the People's Democratic Party was founded on solid principles of democracy, social justice, equality, rule of law, and security of life and property. We are committed to promoting unity and diversity, emancipation and encouragement of women and youth. That's why you see we came with a women leader and the youngest man in the PDP in Nigeria. We also believe in freedom of expression and free exchange of ideas and information. We know, everybody in Nigeria knows, and everybody who's Nigerian, wherever you live, you know PDP is a party, it's a vehicle for national sustainable development through provision of sound education, basic health care, food security, rapid industrial growth, adequate housing and improvement of infrastructure and basic services. Ladies and gentlemen, we shall not miss our words. We shall stand up, measure height, talk to anybody, anyhow. That during the 16 years in power, especially the level of the PDP, Nigeria witnessed monumental achievements. The economy became number one in Africa. Nigeria was adjudged the number one destination of foreign investment in Africa. There was massive investments in infrastructure, education, telecommunication, just to mention a few. there are conscious policies to encourage skilled Nigerians abroad to return to help in developing Nigeria. Unfortunately, very unfortunately and sadly, in just 3 years, all the gains achieved have been frittered away by the APC government. Subhanallah. Nigeria has never been so divided. Joblessness and hopelessness continue to mount. Insecurity of life has assumed a new dimension. Ladies and gentlemen, my brothers and sisters in the PDP family, Nigerians back home are yearning for the PDP to return to power.
That's right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is why this summit is very, very, very important. The PDP, under the new leadership, headed by the impeccable chairman, the total chair, Prince Uches Kondis, has been rebranded, repositioned, and we would like to offer a very good, adequate leadership in the country. We're determined to ensure internal democracy. Our candidate selection process has been fine-tuned to show that only popular candidates who reflect the wishes of the people are on board. Here, I would like to trace. But as I said, this is a newly rebranded PDP. The National Working Committee of the PDP now, all of us believe in installation and giving internal democracy 5-star accommodation in the PDP operation. We shall make sure that we kick imposition. There will be no imposition of any candidate. PDP is going to be taken back to its owners. The owners of PDP are you and me, the people of Nigeria. No imposition, no impunity. It's going to be free, fair, and credible process. That is why we come with Austin Okobodo, a person who doesn't know anything but transparency. As I told you yesterday, you can organize anything. If you want bad thing to organize, he's expert. Good thing, he's expert. And I told him that if you touch him by the left, he's there for you. By the right, he's there for you. In front, he's there. At the back, he's there. Up, he's there. Down, he's there. He can organize anywhere, anyhow, anything. It's not a compliment. I'm just saying what I know. The PDP in Nigeria, I believe in diaspora, are working with like minds, groups, and political parties to end the misrule of APC in 2019. Luckily, PDP controls the governments have remained shining examples in Nigeria. Wherever you go in Nigeria with our governors, we're very proud of them. What they do is quite different from the opposition is doing. The APC government, all the states are ashamed, a shambles. I'm sorry, I think stupid, if you use that word. Gentlemen and ladies, our foreign chapters, especially this USA chapter, must organize and buckle up. For with these challenges, if you buckle up, we shall face 2019, and that's going to be a success. You must help spread the good news of rebranded PDP to anybody you meet. USA chapter, as everybody knows. Whether you like it or you don't like it, the truth must be told. If a madman on the street said the truth, you know the truth, it will not change. I'll give you an example. One day there was a madman in my village. Because of his madness, he will shit. I will turn back and take the shit to eat. It's a madman. But one thing good about him is he will come to my house every day and say, give me 1 naira. If I give him 10 naira, he will not come back until after 10 days. Whether I'm there or I'm not there, he will come to my wife and say, that somebody has disgusted. And they will count, you find it's 10 days exactly. So one day I saw him during fasting, Ramadan fasting. I saw him eating food. I said, Saddam, kai mutumin banza ne. Ya za ka ci abinci na azumi? That I say, are you a fool? Why are you eating food when we are fasting? And he said, Alhaji, wallahi ina son azumi amma ina yin wani ke ji. He said, wallahi, I want to fast, but the problem is if I fast, I feel hungry. You know? So I look at this man is a madman. I also feel hungry when I fast. So it means even a madman can tell the truth. The fact of the matter is that if you, somebody who has senses, you fast, you feel hungry. Somebody who is mad, if he fast, he feels hungry. So he's now telling you this. So what I'm trying to arrive at is that whether we like or don't like it, the fact of the matter is USA is a very, very important nation. And its leaders must understand that PDP is the future of Nigeria.
Yes.
I therefore enjoin all members of this chapter to close rank and work. This is the time to make sacrifice for a better Nigeria.
That's right.
You are a flagship foreign chapter for PDP. And we in Nigeria expect a lot from the USA PDP chapter. Ladies and gentlemen, if you remember, we lost the election in 2015. We made a mistake. We realized our mistakes. And our chairman told the world that we are sorry. On behalf of our chairman, I should repeat here in front of you that PDP is sorry. We are sorry because we put Nigerians where they are today. It was our mistake that brought this government of mischief, intimidation, nepotism, disrespect, corruption, lies, brutality, and above all, unabated killings of innocent people due to the hopeless level of insecurity in Nigeria. That is a well-known fact. Those of you who are in the USA, you may not likely know this because you only hear it. We were in Nigeria, we see it, we feel it. I'm from Katsina State, a border town in the Niger Republic. The issue of insecurity is to a level that nobody is secured. You are not safe on the street. You are not safe on the road. You are not safe in your house. You are not safe on you are not safe anywhere. In the night or in the afternoon, daylight, they'll come to your house and say, okay, untie your cattle, your sheep, drive them out. You have to do that. because you see a flying man with AK-47 carrying. Then if you have a beautiful dead wife or daughter, they will say, okay, she will follow. That has to happen. The insecurity level is just damn too terrible. We need you people. I will not end up this without telling you that there is no successful organization without challenges and problems. What we understand is in the USA chapter, the chairman has spoken about that. You will be calling me, calling Kramer, calling NOS, telling us different stories. But we don't live in the USA. We live in Nigeria, where sometimes some things work, sometimes nothing works. You are staying in a place where everything is working, every system works here.
That's right.
It is normal to get challenges and misunderstandings. If you have a wife, nobody, I repeat, nobody will have a wife who is the closest to you. We have a husband who is closest to you and you spend 1 month. No disagreement. It's not possible. But because whenever something happens between you, you either look at your children or look at what happened before you become husband and wife. So I was telling anyways, when I go to Christian marriages, for better, for worse, so I say, then it means if you Christians, as unlike we Muslims, I can marry a wife, I will not know her until when she comes to my room. But Christians, for better, for worse, for health, for whatever, you know. So I think there is no way you can misbehave with the kind of promises. If you do that one, then it's between you and Almighty Jesus. So what I'm trying to say is that if you have any problem, please sit down, talk to yourselves, just like a husband and wife, and solve that problem. If you will come out and wash your dirty linen outside, then you are as stupid as a dog. Ladies and gentlemen, we know there are problems. We don't call them problems, we call them challenges. Challenges are always there. But when you get these challenges, what you do? Try and understand them. I was reading a book when Zig told Sardauna Sokoto, let's forget our differences. Sardauna said, no, let's understand our differences. When you understand your differences, then you talk about them and then later forget them. So please, if there's any challenge, sit down, look at these challenges, understand the challenges, and then try and offer solutions to these problems. The moment you know a problem is half solved.
Yes, sir. You're very right.
So,
very, very right.
with what's happening here, we feel very, very proud of the USA chapter. Because I understand that everyone is here. Everybody is here. Everything is here. Whatever you may need is here. We made a mistake, we said it. This time, there will be no mistake. We have to get it right. If we get it wrong, God forbid, those of you who are in US will be getting, what do you call them? IDPs, refugees to your places. Yeah, that's true. Because if the present government comes back to power with Buhari at the head, then he is coming back with vengeance. And all of us, including Okubondo, I'm afraid, well, even the young men, he will not spare anybody. He will spare the old man, the young man, and everybody will go to jail. So, what we need from you people are two things: commitment and prayers. Commitment and prayers. There is nothing that God cannot do. Yes. Mind you, we are fighting a government with the incumbency advantage. Yeah. And a government that is ruthless. A government that has, sorry, I want to say military background, so, sorry, I don't mean it. Okay, there's slip of tongue anyway. A government that's ruthless is like an autocratic government that nobody has any sense of feeling. They're heartless, they can do anything, they can kill or whatever. So please get committed and pray for us. God is wonderful. As for us, we say this National Working Committee, a newly rebranded National Working Committee, we beg you, wherever you see us drilling, don't leave us with our competence. Check us. If you can't tell us, find a way of communicating to us. We shall make amends. Lastly, I would like you to leave the doors open for us. So whenever we need any advice, either foreign, local, or whatever, please be prepared to give us. With this, I would like to tell you that the National Organizing Secretary of the party, the man with left, right, front, back, up, down, will come and brief you of what we have been doing so far. Before then, I would like to call on you. Most of you were not born here. Some were born in the desert. Some were born in the creeks. Some were born in, I think, forest. However, you're all here. Please call your members, your family members at home, to make sure that everybody gets a bullet. Your bullet is your voter's card. You have no voter's card, you are as useless as anybody. Please insist on your family members to make sure that they hold the voter's card. It is with this voter's card that you can kick out this ruthless government out of power.
Yes, yes.
We thank you very much. May God bless everyone. Thank you.
You may be seated. PDP. Thank you, sir, for the word of wisdom. As I sat here and just sucking everything, I said, man, our national secretary is 1,000,000 times better than this person we have in the government today. Far more intelligent, far more eloquent. Oh my, there is hope in our future. Thank you, sir. You've rekindled our hope and our passion for the party. Thank you, sir. We appreciate you. All right, at this time, we're going to take brief questions and contributions on party way forward from the floor and hear a response from the PDP National Secretary before we hear the National Organizing Secretary, Colonel Augustine, contribution on the update, what is going on ground in Nigeria.
I'm humbled to be here this afternoon. My name is Ibifuro Onisarotu from Michigan, but everyone calls me Ivy. My question is to Honorable Senator. My question to you is this. I have been listening to everything that you're saying, very well said. I'm not really conversant with politics per se, but I'm beginning to understand from just listening to you. My question to you is this. You made mistakes, now you want to go back and amend those mistakes. What mistakes did you make? And what are the things that you want to amend? What are the mistakes? And what are the things that you want to amend? How are you going to amend it? Thank you.
Well,
I'm from the Houston branch, but I've been with the PDP in Abia State. I've served under Dr. Jus Okalo as a special advisor in the elections. PDP! 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 When I say PDP, you say power! 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 PDP! Power! 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 Thank you, sir. It's a party for the emancipation of Nigeria. I just wanted to thank the National Secretary, because I was telling a colleague here that we politicians need to apologize to Nigerians. So I was elected when he came up and apologized. I'm coming. And apologized to Nigerians. My question is, everybody in the world knows that America is a great country, and that much of the time, the pattern of leadership in America has been such that wherever it's been implemented and applied, even in South Korea, and other parts of the world, there's been progress. Can the PDP please let us know their plan to be able to have a good relationship with them?
And the Honorable Secretary, Your Excellencies, and the leaders of the PDP delegation from Nigeria. My name is Obaro Odu, and I'm one of the chairmen here in the Houston area, the chairman of the Cypress branch. My question is in connection with this issue of the PVC. That is what our Honorable Secretary called your bullet, your ability to exercise your voting right. And one of the challenges we face here as we go around trying to canvass for membership, to grow our party, to strengthen our party, is the inability of Nigerians in diaspora to cast a vote. So it's been a challenge. What is the party doing back in Nigeria to ensure that Nigerians in diaspora are no longer disenfranchised? Thank you, sir.
Thank you.